Yo guys, this is the one and only Sugi Strategy, and thanks for joining me today on my review out of Tastee Lethal Tactics. And this is a game that I just left out of early access on Steam and released pretty much yesterday. And this is made by the Skybox Labs, who also were behind of Age of Empires 2 HD, so thanks for them reaching out to me and giving me a review copy for the game. So what is the game about and how it works? So it is a turn-based strategy game, I guess. It's very comparable to games like Fire Emblem, Atlas Reactor, XComs, and it's that whole genre, and that has been becoming a more popular on the strategy. People don't make RTS anymore. People make these turn-based things these days. And the game offers like both multiplayer and single player experience. So in the single player, you're able to play over 30 missions across 10 different locations. You're able to recruit these mercs, and each of the mercs have their own abilities and like own unique skills that some may have like smoke grenades, some may have different weapons with different ranges, some may have explosives, and you have all of this different type of play style. And overall there's over 12, I think there's 12 mercenaries in the game, which means essentially you have a lot to choose from, but in the beginning you only start out with 4, and you can take 4 per mission. And there is a tutorial into this game. It may seem kind of complicated in the beginning. I had some learning curve to do, but once you put the time into it and like complete the tutorial, you start to understand the game more and more. The graphics are pretty okay. As for like the optimization, it seemed fine, except when I went to this execution mode. I just received this small lag spike, and you can see it on the recording, that every time I was going through after like setting which each character would be doing, there was this few like freeze break there. But I guess that can be patched, or maybe it's my computer, I'm not really sure. But I do like the game. That it is not really like a AAA game. You have to remember that it's pretty cheap. You can get it like for 10 euros from the Steam, and it offers you a lot of playability because it does have that multiplayer aspect. You have replay modes. You have very good statistical scoreboards on the game. You are able to look statistics. And you have all these type of randomized map elements also on the map, so you can like shoot barrels which explode, which is kind of cool. You can like have some type of wooden walls which you can shoot down and create a path from otherwhere. And it's not really like it is a strategy game. You have to actually think your each move, and you're gonna be losing a lot of games in the beginning because I think the game is rather merciless. It makes you lose. I mean, the learning curve can be a bit hard, and I can see why some people would quit out really early on, because you will be doing some mistakes. Even the first map, I died into it. I didn't think about the consequences like hard enough. I didn't think it through, and it just shows you that there is that type of an element where you just have to think. Not to repeat myself many times, but just have to think, guys. Of course, there's a practice mode also in the game, so if you want to play against AI and like get better, of course playing the missions will help too. And you can like test out different unique combinations and tactics, and you're able to also like share your like replays on the game. You're able also, if you lose, you're like able to watch your replay and see all the sequences that you did, all the mistakes that you did, so you can like review, oh, I should have done this right here and done that right there. And of course there's a lot of Steam achievements to grind out, and there is some content for 10 hours depending on will you play the multiplayer or not. Overall, just kind of wrapping it up, I do like these cartoonish graphics. They could be a bit better. The interface is perhaps not the most friendly. I feel it's somewhat clunky to do the commands. But you can like panning the camera seems pretty nice, though. You can like zoom in and zoom out to get a better vision on the game. But it perhaps is not the game for me because I'm not so much into the turn-based. I'm more of an RTS guy. But I can see a lot of people liking this game if they're played like games like that are more turn-based strategy, like XCOM. And just like saying, like, it has that small learning curve, so once you get past through that, I think the game will be much more enjoyable. But thanks for staying out throughout this review. I recommend checking out other stuff that I reviewed in the past, and I will see you guys next time on the next review. Cheers.